growing up, I was in the country outside Ottawa, and outside of a little town called Richmond. So we were on a dirt road, and it was very much, Anglo-Saxon area, like Irish, Scottish, just British in general, and there was nothing at all, remotely Brazilian or African, and I was super drawn to rhythms. There's something in there, the rhythmic aspect that, the Africans brought all over the world, right? So you have that in the States, you have that in Brazil. And so I think there's something in me which unconsciously was a bit of a radar, and I didn't even know it in my head, but when I saw it, I knew it was something that attracted me. It's dance, it's martial arts, it's ritual, but what really draws me is there's something a bit tribal in capoeira. So there's some basic elements to it, some essence to it, which has to do with the rhythm and has to do with what happens when you come in a circle. Humans have done throughout history, and we've lost a lot of that. We had it in our past, every culture had it in the past, but I think capoeira still preserves that. In the old capoeira, it was very, it was more violent, and it was associated with the poor, criminal, marginal world. And so now it still has a bit of that reputation in Brazil. I think that's one of the lessons of capoeira is what they call it malandragem, which is like really being a little bit street smart, so you can take care of yourself, so that you're not going to be this naive, easily made into a victim. We all have this aggression, we have this energy, and capoeira to me is a way of trying to negotiate that and trying to express that in a safe way, but to understand it, to explore it yourself. What is my aggression? Where does it come from? What does it mean? How do I express it with another person? And so that's why you have schools that have a reputation for being very violent, where there are regularly fights, people get bones broken. There have been even a few deaths in capoeira. In Salvador, in this group where I train, the teachers that we have, many of them came from a project when they were younger that basically rescued them in many ways from really terrible endings, selling drugs or that kind of thing. A lot of these people who are in this group in Salvador have alcoholic parents or single family homes where the mother is working the whole day and they're alone, or they're half starving. But when they come to that roda, you would never know it, because it's just this explosive energy, this laughter, and this sort of generosity too with the love of capoeira.